Today we'll be taking Unit 2, Lesson 2. Animals have adaptation. Animals can adapt. Let's see how. Let's take an example of a camel. A camel. A camel lives in the desert. A desert is a very hot place that doesn't have a lot of food or a lot of water. So the camel needs to adapt to that. Let's see how can a camel adapt into living in the desert. The desert, as I said, doesn't have any food and water like the forest. The forest is full of water and full of food and plants, but the desert is full of sand and doesn't have any food and water, and the sun is way too strong on the animals. So the animals in the desert need to adapt. The desert is the environment. How does a camel adapt to the environment of the desert? First, they don't need to drink water every day. That's how the body of the camel adapts. The body of the camel can hold so much water so it doesn't need to drink water every day like us and other animals. Camels don't have to drink water every day. Second, they don't need to eat food every day too because there is not a lot of food in the desert. So they only eat once and then they stay for weeks without food. How do they store their food? In their humps. Camels have humps that help them store their food. After eating the food, they store the food in their humps. Also, walking in the desert can be really hard, like because walking on sand can be really heavy on the legs. So camels have very big feet that help them to walk on the sand. Also, camels have very thick skin that help them with the hot weather so the sun does not burn their skin. So camels have thick skin that help them with hot weather. Let's solve this worksheet. First, trace the word camel. Camel. Now let's fill in the blanks. What does the first arrow point at? The water pound. The camel drinks lots of water. Correct. What does the second arrow point at? The camel hump to store food. Correct. What does the third arrow point at? The big feet to help the camel walk on sand. Correct.